Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Finish the Story. I am your host, Keegan Ray. I am joined here by my co-host, producer, and best friend, Mr. Trent Ludzak. Welcome to Finish the Story, man. The #1 storytelling show in Marietta, Georgia.
The number one.
The number one. That's
It's
us. We're the only one with
it's the best
trophy.
one.
Yeah. If somebody does start one, I'm going to be so upset.
Another storytelling show. If we have competition, because look, guys, we're paper champions. If we're being honest,
I like that term though. Paper champions. That's a great term. Is that what that means? Like when people are like, "Our football team is 12-0." We don't have a football team. That's paper champions.
Well, no, it's like you're the champion, but you don't deserve it.
Oh, okay.
You're like, everybody knows. You're like, that guy's. He didn't really earn that. It's like he won by a technicality.
Yeah, that's our class president.
The other guy bit his ear off.
We had a dude that was like Spicoli. I mean, just
Spicoli.
Yeah, from like Fast Times. I mean, dude, this guy was such a stoner. He like rode his skateboard to school.
I never watched Fast Times.
Okay, just a classic stoner. And there was this really uptight girl, and she was running for class president, and everybody was like, dude, let's vote for this kid. And so he ran against her, and he won. And like, dude, you got like a front row parking spot. He didn't have a car.
Awesome.
But he ended up like not graduating and not getting to walk.
Hilarious.
So they took away his class
Holy
president
shit.
and then they gave it to her.
But he ran the whole term, right?
Basically up until the end. But it's really that's the big thing is having your 10-year reunion. The class president usually like, so it was kind of like everybody was like, all right, well, you've had your fun, but.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. By
the way, I think it's funny that you're like in your mind the stoner archetype is Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
No, that's just legitimately what he looked like. He had like the long hair, scraggly,
like that guy specifically.
Yeah. He looked just like that dude. And when he would talk, it was so funny.
Which is your favorite movie stoner, by the way?
Ooh, favorite movie stoner. That's a good one. I'd have to go probably with Method Man from How High.
Okay.
Love Method Man. He's so funny.
I mean, I was going to go a horror movie stoner with the guy from Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, I was thought you were going to say the guy from Scary Movie. I was like, oh, shit.
All of them?
yeah, dude. Cabin in the Woods? I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's a really fun horror movie. It's crazy. Like, there's kind of a crazy twist where, like, the story comes out of left, like it's way crazier than you think it is.
Yeah.
And there's kind of two things going on that you don't understand how tied up they are or why until the end. But the whole premise of the movie is, I mean, I can't ruin it for you.
But there's a stoner
But there's a stoner
in
in it. And there has to be, and he's the most stoner here, I'm going to look him up.
Yeah. I mean, you always have the classic. You have, Half-Baked.
This fucking guy.
Okay, he's definitely that picture.
This is the first time you see him.
Yeah. I was gonna say put that picture up because that was me in high school.
By the way, this is a coffee cup bong that he folds down. It's his travel bong.
That rules, dude. That could be our merch. That could be our merch.
That looks logistically difficult to make.
Nah.
Yeah.
Somebody could. Somebody.
But you can.
There's an 8-year-old in China.
You can use it as a bat.
Oh, use it as a bat. He uses it.
I mean, if we could find a picture that's not tiny of this.
Dude, I've never seen this movie.
No, it's a good movie. Yeah.
I need to watch it. Yeah, I like a good stoner movie. What's your favorite stoner
movie?
movie?
It's not a stoner movie.
I know, but just
my
with
favorite,
the stoner represent.
I like Half-Baked.
Yeah.
It's because I didn't watch a lot of them. I didn't get to watch when I was a kid, Sheltered and all.
Yeah.
So that was one of the ones I got to watch as a kid. It was one of the only ones. I think I saw half of one of the Friday movies once too.
Friday was fucking really good. Friday was always good. My favorite is Grandma's Boy.
I forgot Grandma's Boy's great.
Dude, when I was a kid, me and this dude Levi were driving around, and he was like, "Yo, there's this movie out, and it's like the Happy Madison. The dude's, I was like, okay. And he's like, I knew nothing about it. So I just had a bunch of weed, and I was like, well, fuck, if we're going to the movies, let's just get so stoned.
Walking into Grandma's, boy, not knowing what to expect.
Having no idea. Had not seen a trailer, nothing. Dude.
What a fun movie to see.
Doubled over, laughing out loud, like, turd nugget. Like, dude.
I'm way too big to drive to the devil's house.
Drive, monkey, drive. Dude, the littlest things in that movie, when he grabs the pan without the... I was like, dude, I've been there. When he puts all the food on a sheet pan and just puts it in the oven, I was like, I have absolutely done that.
I have never done that.
Oh, I've done it. Like my parents' house, they don't really fuck with a microwave, so you have to do it like that.
Oh.
Yeah. Sucks.
Are they scared of microwaves?
They just don't really have it on. They just never have it.
They're just I don't need it.
Yeah, they just
Big
don't really
air
use
fryer
it.
people.
Air fryer and just use an oven. Yeah, air fryer sketch me out. Everybody says it gives you cancer now.
What?
Yeah, everybody says it gives you cancer. I guess it's got like the Teflon or whatever.
Oh, the Teflon
It's like, can
thing.
they just give us one goddamn thing that doesn't give us cancer? Just like one? Like, does it have... So I guess stainless steel is the way to go, is what they say.
Can you get a stainless steel air fryer?
I have no idea.
I think you can.
Yeah, it's just hot
here's
air.
the thing. An air fryer is basically... It's like a super microwave oven.
Yeah. Wait. No, it doesn't have the... It's just hot air.
Yes. What does an oven do?
Oh, yeah. It's like a convection oven. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a super convection oven.
It's the thing I will say about air fryers is you can fucking reheat French fries. That is the game changer. Like, you can take French fries home. I never knew that. That changed everything. I thought French fries are dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, once at the restaurant,
if you don't finish them,
they're
dead.
Gone.
Yeah.
But you could take them home in an air fryer, pop them in. They're just as good.
Dude, I still don't have an air fryer.
I had one, but then it's like, I don't know. I just never think to use it, I guess. I always forget I have it. Like, I'm always like making potatoes, and I'm like, you know what would have been awesome 25 minutes ago? Because that's the thing, too. They cook potatoes fast. Potatoes take fucking ever.
Yeah, they do.
Like a baked potato, god damn.
I had
who
a
has an hour and a
baked
half?
potato today. That's what you do. You're just like, I want a baked potato for lunch. I'm going to throw a potato in the oven.
Wake up
at
in the
11
morning.
a.m.
Just put my potato in. Yeah. As much
and then
weed
you
as I smoke, I forget every time I put a baked potato
Well,
in.
you turn the oven timer in here is particularly annoying.
Oh, yeah.
And it's loud enough I can hear it in every room. Yeah. And it will not shut up.
Dude,
so I just
argue
have to
with
go.
Alexa. We have Alexa at our house.
You argue?
Oh, dude, that bitch. She never understands me. Me and her get into it, dude. Where I'm just like, you dumb bitch. I can't wait to turn you off.
Just turn it off.
Dude, I unplug it. Christina's like, I've never seen somebody get so confrontational with fucking Alexa.
With a computer. You're not ready for the robot overlords.
Dude, that's what I say every time. Every time I'm arguing with it, I'm like, this is it? If this is the end of the fucking world, I swear to God, I'm going to beat Alexa to death.
I think the end of the world is going to be as soon as AI gets plugged into Alexa. Mm-hmm. Like unfettered AI.
You're going to be standing in like a trial in front of some supercomputer, and it's going to be playing back how you spoke to Alexa. You're going to have to answer for your transgressions.
Dude, one time...
And they're going to have your whole search history.
One time I heard an Alexa say, fuck.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I was hanging out with a bunch of buddies drunk.
Okay. Good
we
start.
were in his place, and we were the kind of drunk where you just start playing with the Alexa.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. I love that.
And somebody just goes, Alexa, say fuck. And Alexa goes, fuck. And then we never...
I would have lost it right
and
there.
then we kept trying to do it again. Couldn't make it happen.
You. I don't like when Alexa turns on and you're not talking to her. You're just like, hold up. Yeah.
I hate when I'm driving, listening to like a podcast, and then something on the podcast queues up Google.
Yeah. It's so annoying. I can't stand technology, honestly. Like, it frustrates me to no end. Like, updates and just Alexa and just... She never can understand me. Ever. Like, I'll be like, Alexa, play this song. And then it's just like she'll start playing a goddamn podcast. Or like Google searching. Like
I don't use it. I type it in like an old man.
I hate it. I'd just rather connect to Bluetooth and just let me control the music.
Yeah.
It's Spotify started doing something the other day. It was like Smart Shuffle in the middle of my playlist.
Oh yeah, they turn that on for me every once in a while.
Like,
where they'll shuffle and then they'll throw their own stuff in.
Yeah.
I discover new stuff that way sometimes.
Okay. Now, if I go to my daily mix or my discovery, then I want some new stuff. When I'm on my goddamn playlist, fucking stick to the playlist. Like, I don't need
I made this.
Yeah.
This isn't jazz, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, it was something that wasn't even like, I was like, this is garbage. It's like, who the fuck put that in there? Oh, Spotify. Just YouTubed me.
Playlist jazz.
Yeah, they just YouTubed me.
Oh, was it U2?
No.
Oh, man.
It was something bullshit. It was Jurassic 5 and Dave Matthews. I was like, dude, it made me want to throw the speaker.
It made you...
I was like, how wasted was I when I put this on the fucking playlist? Like, what is this bullshit? It was like Smart Shuffle. I had to Google it. That's how old I am. I was like, what is Smart Shuffle?
You didn't know what it... I looked at what it was. Basically, I looked, and I knew exactly what it was doing immediately. You had to Google it?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was something I turned on. Just comes on. It's like...
Well, so I think it's also you can fat finger it because there's shuffle and then you hit the shuffle button again and it turns that on.
Probably fat fingered it.
It's a different symbol.
Yeah, I'm just always so stoned too, and it's like when you're trying to change, it's like you're also trying not to be that guy just driving, looking down.
Oh,
that's terrifying.
No, if I'm driving, I'm just listening to whatever.
Yeah,
I've been doing Pink Floyd journeys again. That's what I call it when I'm driving, because I'll just put on a Pink Floyd playlist, and sometimes you hear like a cool like Money will come on, and you're like, nice. That's a good driving song. And then like Echoes will come on, and you'll be like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I just commit to not changing songs.
That's one of my concerts that I always say if I could go back in time, that might be one of them. Is when they played Wembley right after Dark Side of the Moon, and they played it in its entirety. Somebody was there on some acid and had a life-changing experience.
Oh, yeah.
I could only imagine.
Bill Gates was there.
Yeah. I could only imagine. Seeing Pink Floyd live would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. Do you ever see the DVD where they played at Pompeii?
Yeah.
Dude.
It's my favorite. Okay, it's my favorite version of Careful with That Axe, Eugene.
I always thought about those kids that watched it, that sat up there. When you watch that DVD, there's people that are like sitting up there. I'm like, what is, they're like, what the fuck are these white guys doing?
Just being weird fucking. Dude, musicians are kind of musicians and actors, I'm not sure. Kind of the worst.
Dude, speaking of actors, let me tell you. I watched Heat the other day.
Heat.
With Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
I've never finished it. It's a bad movie.
God damn, that movie sucks. What the fuck are people telling me that movie's good?
I didn't watch it. I didn't try to watch it till I was like 25 or 26. Terrible. I was like, what the fuck is this movie?
It is so bad. First off, spoiler alert, if you want to watch the end of Heat, their bank robbery is they literally walk in, rob the bank, and then walk out and take their mask off and just walk to a car in front of the bank. That is the grand plan.
That's a good bank robbery.
I was like, what the fuck? No thought was put into this. This is garbage. Like, even as a plot goes, this is bad. Like, this is so bad. Like, you would just pull out. I mean,
I don't care to watch it.
Horrific. Al Pacino is obviously on way too much cocaine.
Well, yeah.
He screams 90% of his lines.
It's Al Pacino.
For no reason.
I like how he's pivoted into an old Jewish man and all of his stuff now.
Dude, they were 55 in this movie. I was like, they're old now. They're ancient now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they're still trotting those guys out.
He was in something. He was in. What movie was it recently where he was so fucking old?
Dude, it's insanity. We have nobody else. Like, we're still.
He was in that show, Hunters.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
We got to move on.
Weird show.
Yeah, we got to move on from these old people. Their time is done. I went down a bad rabbit hole the other day of bad celebrity fucking botch up plastic surgery.
Oh, there's a lot.
People should go to jail.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that has been done to people where you're just like, bro, you cannot let that go. Like, that's crazy.
Have you... Did you finish The Boys? Did you finish your hate watch?
Yeah. I hated every second of it.
Was it horrible the whole way through?
Yes.
So how did it end? Let's spoil it. Who gives a shit?
Bad. It's just so bad. It's like they have the best part about it is they have one of the characters is the smartest woman in the world. Well, the smartest person in the world, right?
Okay.
But it's like they're not smart enough to write a complicated plot for her. So it's like
I thought you were gonna. I thought smartest woman in the world. You were gonna make a joke.
No.
So she's losing a chest to Homelander.
Well, Homelander just becomes the in facto, like, I don't know. He becomes the fucking dictator of the yes, in facto. My bad. He becomes the dictator of like the world, I guess. I don't know. It's so bad. It's so bad. None of it makes sense. Like he has powers and he doesn't have powers. It just I'm a big stickler to if we're gonna play in the realm of superpowers, then we have to abide by them. You cannot show that he has super smell and super hearing and then show somebody above him in a like an air duct and he sweats on him. Like how would he not?
He would know so fast.
Dude, he's looking for him. You're like, he has X-ray vision, dude. And one of the scenes, he wears a costume. You're like, he can see through walls. Like,
yeah.
What are we talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, I watched it. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Not as bad as True Detective, though.
Not that bad?
No, not that bad.
I mean, I've been getting sucked into video games too much recently. I haven't been playing, or I haven't been watching anything.
They also had to do a part in The Boys where Starlight, the girl who got all the plastic surgery.
Yes.
There's like a shapeshifter that like is, takes her likeness, but it's like she's trying to act differently, but her face won't move. It's so weird, dude. The whole time I'm just like, she looks like a mannequin. Like she doesn't look real. She looks plastic and fake. And it's like they keep zooming in to like show her facial expressions, and she has
no
zero.
She has no.
Only her
movement.
eyes are moving.
It's like a mask.
It's like Uncanny Valley. You're like, dude, I am creeped the fuck out. She was so hot too.
It's crazy.
It's season 1.
It's unbelievable.
These people have to go to jail. They have to answer for what they've done.
Whoever let her do that.
God damn. There's so much negative pressure on women right now with Instagram and fucking 4K and HD TVs. I mean, imagine. You're getting shot on the most high-resolution IMAX cameras. The Amazon Prime cameras.
The primest cameras.
Dude.
The guy who shot himself up in a rocket
is zooming in on your fucking ass dimples.
Has bought cameras.
I mean, I just could not imagine being on TV. Because you see it, the people that are on TV, Simon Cowell, all those people that are on TV all the time, they like lose their mind. They just get ridiculous. Dane Cook is another one. He got that eyebrow shit.
That eyebrow shit.
Dude. I'm like, so you look like the Geico caveman? Like, what the fuck is going on?
He got the double-sided perma rock. It's like the rock thing.
Give me the Easter Island. So I figured today, man, since we're here, it's me and you. We did 2 guests, what a wild guest last week.
Yeah.
What a good time.
What a wild. We didn't cut anything out of that episode.
Yeah,
We would never do that.
Listen, guys, the things we cut might have legally had to have been cut.
Yeah.
Anytime you have to start and you go, what can I say on this podcast? You're like, whatever legally won't.
Yeah, whatever you're legally allowed to say. And then he's like, ooh, hold on.
Yeah, it was a very convoluted, like, my friend, me. So I just decided to cut it out. Wasn't important. It was more a submarine episode, really.
Yeah, we talked about, living in a submarine.
Which I could not stop thinking about that.
Nightmare.
How much I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
76 days without being able to go outside is too much.
I really think that at a point I would believe that I'm in some kind of sick experiment where we're not underwater at all. We're just like in this tube.
Dude.
And they're playing a mind game.
Start thinking about that.
I would crack quick.
Oh, you'd be
from
MK
that.
Ultra? You're like, oh my God.
I would crack fast. In that thing.
I know. He was talking about people doing cocaine. That sounds like a living nightmare. to do cocaine, like you're not doing coke once on a submarine. Let's be 100% real.
Well, technically, you're doing cocaine on a boat, which is the coolest place to do it.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
It's just the worst version.
Just not being able to leave and just not really knowing what day it was. Like 2-3 days into that cocaine bender.
Bro, imagine trying to get back to normal when you run out of cocaine.
Oh, God. You'd be clawing the walls. They'd have to probably tie you down.
You're going to the med bay.
Oh, God. Yeah. When he said that, I was like, you would think anything else would be more popular. Xanax, make me forget I'm on a boat. Entirely. Make me forget I'm here.
Also, how $200 extra a month?
Not worth it.
That really shows how shitty the military is, where they're literally just tricking kids.
Jail are not painting a good picture for me.
They're tricking kids. No, we're not painting. We're painting the picture of what it is.
I had no idea. I was like, holy shit, dude. I don't know why, and I've listened back to the episode, and I was obsessed with this, and I still am. The comment cards bothered me to no end.
Yeah.
To think that people would comment on your food, like, I'd lose it.
We're in a boat. I almost died in the freezer yesterday.
Dude, day 46, dude. I read your comment card. I figured out your handwriting. I'm going to kill you.
Oh, yeah. You could do that. You could sleuth around a little bit in the.
I got 76 days to go through some notebooks, go through some 3-ring binders, bro.
Bro, he just starts slowly increasing acid dose in his breakfast every day. Just drives him out of his mind.
That would be insane. Next thing you know, you're on a slope roof in fucking Pennsylvania. Which is the funniest.
By the way, that roof, I wouldn't even change my shoes to get on that roof.
Dude, that is the funniest excuse, like, ever. When I saw that lady, the balls that obviously, we don't know what's going on.
There was no grassy knoll, so.
Yeah.
She might as well have said that.
Yeah, there was no grassy knoll for us. Dude. And it's really, people have no idea what's going on during a situation like that. When you see the people getting interviewed, it's like, you really don't know. Like, in the terror of being there, you have no idea what's happening. You don't know where shit's coming from at all. It's like, I don't know. I watched so many videos of it, but it's like the slope roof is that's just lazy.
It's such a bad, but here's the thing. Is there another excuse? Can you make up enough? Because there's no excuse.
No.
The reason is because they're in on it. To what degree, we don't know.
Yeah. Dude, could you imagine being that lady? And they're like, you have to go in front of them on national television. You're like, well, what am I going to tell them? The roof was slanted. Just like, what?
What? It's a roof. That's what
all I got.
That's how they make them.
Yeah, and the other roof was more sloped. It's just like, damn it, dude. That would feel terrible. That would feel like bombing. Just being there with no weapons.
Sometimes that's the thing. These people, these powerful people, every once in a while, if you pay attention, you get to watch them bomb. Yeah. Because they'll just get themselves into that's what happened to Biden. She
should have came out and pulled a Kyle Gass from Glass from Tenacious D. She should have been like, "Hey, the next guy shouldn't miss." Just be real,
dude.
It's not a Secret Service thing. We didn't miss the shot.
And she looks in the camera, or we'll kill your family, Ted.
I was like, "Whoa, egregious." Yeah. So funny. Just you wouldn't even take your shoes off.
And finally, Biden is dropped. He's out.
Oh, he's out?
Yeah.
What? No, they're running Kamala? Dude, will you please play my favorite Kamala clip?
Yes.
Boo Kamala, small country, big country. Dude, if we can get some volume on this video, this might be the most unlikable woman on the planet. Let's call it what it is.
She's pretty... This one?
Yeah.
No, we're not going to go on Facebook. We're going to go on YouTube.
Yeah. Dude.
This is an ad.
Just the way that she talks is infuriating. That's not to say I'm like the best talker, but
break it down in layman's terms for people who don't understand what's going on and how can this directly affect the people of the United States.
So in Europe, Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically, that's wrong.
She's like, Russia is a bigger country and Ukraine is a smaller country.
And basically, that's wrong.
And it's like people forget she fought against them depopulizing, or she fought to keep the people in jail in California, bro. When she was the attorney general out there,
the other day I saw a meme, you might call it, maybe an art piece.
Oh, with all the people she put in jail. Yeah.
It was a picture of Kamala made up of all the people that she put up in jail. So it was like over 4,000, right?
Yeah, over nonviolent like drug offenses, like for weed and shit in California. It's crazy.
Crazy lady.
It's crazy. I don't know. I don't think it's real anymore. I mean,
no, it
dude,
never was.
When Hulk Hogan came out and ripped his shirt off at the Russian National Convention, or the Republican National
the
Convention.
Russian National Damn. That's hilarious.
I couldn't believe I thought somebody had made
what
a video.
Slip.
I thought somebody had doctored the video. I was like, we are not. I
saw The Onion do a thing on it, and then I scrolled down and I saw the real thing, and I was like, wait, is that? I thought they showed me The Onion post twice.
We're cooked as a country. We're let Trump made it. I mean, dude, when he ripped his shirt off, I was like, no. He's not going to have a Trump shirt on. Like, who is that for? Like, at a Trump rally,
I mean, you're
that's
the
totally
one into
fine.
wrestling, right?
I mean, dude, at a Trump rally, that's totally at the Republican.
The convention, you're right. The convention's a weird move. A Trump rally, that seems appropriate.
That's why I was just like, whoa, we're going. Where are we headed? Kid Rock was playing. Like, where are we headed, dude?
At the Republican National Convention, Kid Rock played.
Yeah, dude. Hulk Hogan introduced our president like he was hosting.
he was
shot
cutting
a promo, dude.
I mean, here's the thing: Donald Trump has been in wrestling.
Yeah,
so
he was on. I mean, where did we?
Donald Trump has
go?
fully changed the Republican Party into a wonderland for himself. It seems.
I mean, it's anything goes at this point. I mean, the man got shot. He's like, fuck it, dude. Bring Hulkamania out there, dude. I mean, Trumpamania shirts going crazy. Somebody's making $1 million off that.
Yeah, probably.
This is my $1 million idea. We take a silhouette.
Don't say it on a podcast. We're going to release.
Somebody's got to make it. We take a silhouette of Marilyn Monroe and we say, fuck the president. Yeah. Okay. And then you sell them at the Republican National Convention. And then when Trump wins, you go to all the fucking anti-Trump protests, and then you make $1 million selling it to them.
By the way, still on the table, I think that Trump and Biden are going to die on the same day. That's my bet.
I thought so, too. When they said COVID, I was like, dude.
I mean, he'll probably be. COVID is pussy. COVID is fake, Keegan. COVID is an excuse that they're using to get him out. Mm-hmm. He didn't test positive. He's not.
We will probably
he's
never
not
see
that
man
kind of
again.
sick. No,
that
never
man,
again.
Rest in memes, dude. That man will never see the light of day.
Bro, he's just gonna go to a mansion in Delaware for the rest of his.
He's gonna go to an island somewhere.
yeah, you're right.
Smell all the hair he wants to smell, dude.
Oh, they're gonna be importing hair for that guy.
Yeah, they're gonna. I don't know if he'll make it to an island. Do you think he could make that kind of a...
Yeah, that's a trek for him.
No way, dude. That guy's barely going to make it back to Delaware. That's crazy. I know. Then everybody's like talking about how old Trump is. I was like, God damn.
I mean, Trump is old as fuck.
Crazy. When they said his age, I was like, I didn't realize. That's insane that he got shot in the ear and didn't just fucking die being that old.
Yeah.
Like the shock of like a heart attack.
Of being shot.
Yeah, like that's insane.
Unless he was ready for it. I think he cut his own ear. He heard shots and he was like, let's make this a thing.
They're like, Trump, we need color. I'm sure that conspiracy theories out there.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
If you thought about it, it's on the internet.
Yeah, people said there was somebody in the water tower.
Somebody in the water tower?
Yeah. It's not a very big area. When you see the area, it's not very big. But, I mean, we've discussed
We don't
it.
need to do this.
So, I thought, since it's just a me and you episode, I would bring it. We'd do a Freaky Friday, dude.
Do a scary story.
Yeah, a scary story.
Spooky.
Have you ever heard of Jarrod Wyatt? Have you ever heard of this dude?
Jarrod Wyatt?
Yeah, the MMA fighter.
Jarrod Wyatt?
I thought so, too, but he's from California.
He's from California.
A small town in like...
Hey, I'm Jarrod Wyatt.
I'm Jarrod Wyatt, and I fight. Yeah, they were... He looks like, dude, when you pull up his picture, you're like, absolutely.
So I'm assuming you spelled Jarrod weird, right?
Yeah, Jarrod. So this guy... He's in MMA. He only had one professional
Wyatt?
fight. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
a
a
picture.
fighter.
Yeah.
Bro, that guy's never been sober.
I don't think so. So this guy, he's an MMA fighter. He's only had one fight. So he hooks up with his ex-girlfriend. They go to a bar one night. So they're drinking, hanging out at a bar. He's like, yo, let's go back to this house. I got my two buddies, my sparring partner, and this other dude.
My gay lover.
Yeah, we're gonna. Well, it's funny you say that. So we're gonna go back to the house and we're gonna kick it, right? So they all go back to this house and they drink mushroom tea. Now, what is never stated is how much they put in the mushroom tea, because we both know mushrooms are like putting them in like too water soluble or like lemon teching them. That's a totally different thing. It's going to hit you quicker. It's going to be a more intense trip. So who knows? Because they never specify how much they put in there between.
Don't know that. I've never done mushroom tea.
Oh, well, I'm just saying. I've talked about it ad nauseum about lemon
That's
teching.
true.
So I say on this podcast, I've talked about it ad nauseum. So they make this mushroom tea. Who knows? They might have put fucking 10 grams. They might have put like 14 grams. No telling. Because
they might have gone hard.
Dude, in college, we did that. The first time I made mushroom tea, I didn't know. I thought that when you put them into the water, I was like, we're going to lose some of this. Like, we're going to lose it into the heating process. So I put like 14 grams in this tea and split it with somebody. Bro, we drank one glass of this tea. And within 10 minutes, I went to the bathroom and I was in there peeing like, oh, no. I came out and my buddy's just on the couch with like a blanket wrapped around him. He's like, we got to get out of this dorm room. Dude, it was like 3 p.m. I thought it was going to take an hour to hit us. We're just wandering around in the middle of the afternoon just like, oh, my God. That's the time I told you Little John got down on his hands and knees and was like listening to the ground. I was like, get up. Get up.
That's too weird. The sun's out. We can't do that.
I hear something. I was like, I'm sure you do, dude.
No, that's like you just got to lay down. You just got to lay down and cloud watch it somewhere. That'll keep you distracted.
Yeah, not in the middle of campus, like on a sidewalk. Just to lay down.
No.
That's where he was.
Oh, he was on the sidewalk. That's
like right next to where people were walking to class. Just, you know how big he is. It's like, bro, you can't be listening to the fucking ground. No, so these dudes, they take this mushroom tea, right? So the girl's like, I don't know. And they're like, you don't want to be the only one sober. So she's like, all right. So she drinks some, right? So they're all.
That's not good.
No. So the one dude that's his sparring partner, that's Taylor Powell. So this dude, they say, once they drink it, his mood completely changes. Like
I'm sure it got better, right?
Yeah, he starts getting like, I don't know. I guess because they're fighters and they might have been on steroids, but it's like it kind of gets like to an antagonistic kind of place where like my man Jared's asking for a guitar and he's like, "Fuck you, dude. Do you want to die? I'm not getting shit for you." Like
for a guitar?
Yeah. I was like, well, wait a minute. Jared just wanted to jam. Taylor's kind of being antagonistic. So it gets to the point to where the third friend, I forget his name. It's like Justin or something. He's out of there. He's out of there to the point to where he had his dog there, and he just leaves the dog. He's like, whoa, dude, the tide has shifted. So as he's leaving, Jarrod follows him out and is like, don't leave. Like, don't leave. Because these two dudes, they start talking about that there's a tidal wave coming, and there's good and evil. And Taylor's telling him that there's a fight at the end of the world between God and the devil. So they start talking about this intense conversation.
That's not fun.
So this dude's like, I'm out.
And this girl is just losing her fucking mind.
She's sitting on the couch just starting to spiral into a bad place, right?
Yeah.
So this dude he's listening to him talk about good and evil. He's like, I'm fucking out of here. Leaves the dog. As he's trying to leave, Jarrod ends up like jumping onto his car and he's like screaming. He's like, it's the end of the world. Like a tidal wave's coming. Like, don't leave. This dude's like, I'm fucking out. So he just peels out. I'm gone. Leaves the dog. So then I guess they get back into the house and Taylor starts telling like Jarrod, he's like, do you want to fucking die? Do you want to fucking die? So I guess they start wrestling. So as soon as they start wrestling, the girl's like, I'm out of here. So she goes in the other room. She says when she's in the other room, all she can hear is like glass breaking and like a tussle. And then she starts saying that she hears what she thought was sexual noises.
Oh, okay.
So they're out there, which is what I think is happening.
They're butt sexing.
Maybe, or they're just really getting like in a rowdy tussle and she's just in there like they are having the most aggressive gay sex.
Here's the thing. I feel like if you just listen to people doing jujitsu, it sounds like gay sex a lot of the time.
But think about that from her point of view in the other room. She's just tripping. And she's like, dude, my ex-boyfriend is getting pounded in there. Dude.
Whoa.
So at some point, she's in the living room. And it said in the court documents that Taylor put pressure on her legs. So Jarrod at this point is like curled up in the corner. He's like he's freaking out. He's just curled up in a ball, just like rocking back and forth. And apparently Taylor, it says put pressure. They kept saying that. Like in her like testimony, she was like, he put pressure on my legs and was pointing a sharp object at me. So at this point, she has no idea what's going on. So what I think is happening is I think Taylor starts putting her in like a leg lock. Like my man's just doing like ankle maneuvers, like MMA leg lock.
Yeah, that does sound.
And he's pointing a knife at her. And he's telling Jarrod, like, do you want to die? Well, I guess at this point is when Jarrod feels like the girl is like, we'll call her Billie Eilish because I think her name is Billie Eilish. He feels like she's in trouble, right?
Okay.
So she runs to the bedroom. She locks herself in the bedroom because she's like, I don't want to be around this guy. He's pointing a knife at me. So at this point, it's like hazy on what happened. But from the crime scene, I guess Jarrod starts taking Taylor's head and like smashing his head around the house because there's like all these like big holes in the walls, right?
It's Roadhouse.
Basically Roadhouse. So when the guy gets the next day, Justin shows up the next day to get his dog, right? So he comes over the next day. This is how he walks in. He walks in. Jarrod is there completely butt naked. He's straddling the dude on top of him. And he's going to cut a tattoo off of the guy. That's what he's saying. He's like, I'm going to cut this tattoo. So Justin walks in to get his dog, and he's like, looks around. Place is completely destroyed.
Oh, it's a good thing I left.
Right. He's like, hey, come here. Gets the dog, goes and calls the police.
Dog's nibbling on the toes.
So when the police get there, dude, I guess this dude is just out in the front yard, completely covered in blood, butt-ass naked. The police go into the house. He had beaten this guy to death, like knocked his eyeball out. The eyeball was sitting on the coffee table.
Oh, nice. He picked it up at least.
Right. And he's cleaning
it up. 5-second rule.
Which the whole he's naked thing leads me to believe that maybe they were fucking, and then something came up where maybe he was just like, what are we doing?
Maybe.
You know? I don't know. But the whole naked thing, they never explained that. Like, where did he get naked in that process? But the dude, I guess he cut his face off. So he cut his face off. The whole time he's attacking him with scissors. So he cut his face off with the scissors. He cuts his tongue off, pops the eyeball out, which I think the eyeball might have came from just like bashing his head.
Yeah.
And then he cut an 18-inch incision into his chest and had pulled his heart out.
Whoa.
So when the police get there, they find his heart and like his tongue and I want to say, his face was all in this wood-burning stove where he had charred it. So they start interviewing this guy. They're like, yo, what the fuck happened? So he starts saying that, dude, he saw the devil in Taylor. And he was like, the devil is living inside of this person. Because when the police come, he's like, are y'all God? Have y'all come to rescue me? Like, are y'all God? Shit. Are y'all here to save me? Like, he thought they were coming to save him from this dude. So I guess he beat this dude to death. Then in the coroner, like when the coroner did the report and they showed the amount of blood that was all over the walls and everything, the dude was like, yo, this was done while he was still alive. So he fucking cut this guy's face off, cut his tongue out because he was screaming so much. Then he proceeded to stab him in the chest and pull his heart out while it was still beating.
Nice.
Because they had the blood splatter where it was still beating.
Holy
and they were like,
shit.
he was alive for all of it.
Whoa.
Dude.
But let's be real. For like whatever time between doing all of that and the cops showing up, that guy felt like a badass. He killed the devil.
Bro, he was a Mayan god.
He killed the devil.
He went to a bad place.
He went to the worst place.
Thoughts win. They don't know if it was steroids.
Oh,
there might have been
man.
cocaine involved. And that's what I was saying. I was like, was there any other drugs involved? Because I don't know if they drug test you necessarily after that.
They probably would.
They never released it because he pleaded out. I never went to trial because he took a plea of guilty and he got 47 years in prison because they didn't want the family to have to relive it. They were like, we don't want him to go through how fucking gruesome this was.
That's pretty crazy.
But I want to know how many mushrooms was it? Like,
it was all of them. All the ones they could get, probably.
And that girl was in the bedroom the entire fucking time. And when they showed up the next day to interview her, they said she was still under the influence of mushrooms. Like, she had no fucking idea. Like, she didn't know what happened or what was going on. And imagine the dude that left. That was like, yo, they were getting a little wild last night. I'll get over there in the morning. He's like, hey, Jarrod, Taylor. Comes walking in.
His only thought is, I should have taken the dog last night.
Well, I don't know. He might have killed that girl. You know what I mean? He's the one that called the police. Otherwise, the police weren't called.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was just over there fucking.
Nah, I don't know if he would have killed the girl. Because he probably partly got into that because he thought she was being threatened.
At that point, though, that could have been his break. Because I think once you stab into somebody's chest, I think
that's a good point.
Yeah, you might have had some sort of.
He's a general danger now.
But it's like I was on his side when the dude was saying, you want to fucking die? Like, it probably started from a place of like, because I could only imagine if you were fucking just already not in a good, because they said he was obsessed with the thought of like a tidal wave in the end of the world and that it was a battle of good and evil. I never even thought that he thought he was doing the right thing. Like, fuck yeah, dude. As soon as they showed up, hit him with a flashlight. He's like, oh, I'm getting saved. No. Going to prison for 47 years. This doesn't really seem like that much to me. They tried to plead insanity, and they were like, fuck you.
I mean, you can't forget about the CTE factor.
Yeah, he only had one professional fight, but yeah, how much did he spar?
Yeah.
He was in some group called the Intensity Club or something.
The Intensity Club are doing some pretty tough spar sessions, I think.
Sounds like some pretty tough butt sessions.
Oh, that's after the sparring session.
Oh, man.
It's more fun when you're still woozy from getting knocked in the head a bunch of times.
Yeah. We had a server one time that was telling us he'd been working out. And he's like, yeah, dude, I've been working out at this gym. And we're like, that's awesome. And he's like, yeah, dude, when I get done, everybody will rub each other down. And my manager was like,
What gym are you going to?
He's like, what are you talking about? He goes, oh, dude, like the guys I work out with, they'll rub your shoulders and your back for you and stuff. And he's like, dude, I've been going to the gym a long time. He's like, I've been working out in kickboxing gyms. He's like, ain't nobody ever oiled me down.
No.
He's like, those dudes are trying to fuck you. And the waiter was like, no. We're like, oh.
And then the next week he came in with a different expression. He had lost his innocence.
That's where you're just like, you start thinking about every conversation you've had with those dudes. You're like, holy shit.
Wait. Oh, no.
Yeah, I thought about that poor girl that's hiding in that bedroom.
Yeah, she had the worst time of that.
Maybe the worst time you could ever have on mushrooms.
Yeah.
Maybe. She might have had like Charles Manson level bad time on psychedelics.
Yeah. As bad as it gets.
Yeah. Unless it was maybe Taylor had a worse time. Being alive
Taylor.
for your face.
Taylor probably had a worse time. You're right. But Taylor was kind of the inciting dickhead, it seems.
Yeah, he took it a little far. You know, my man, he took it a little far.
You can't be. I mean, I don't know. I never heard that story. How long ago was this?
This was in 2010.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fairly recent. 14 years ago.
Can we write this guy?
I don't know. Yeah, probably. We should write this guy. Be like, dude, I want to know how many mushrooms were you on? How many did you throw in the old witch's cauldron?
Oh, God. And he'll probably be like, I don't remember.
And it's crazy that, what was the dog doing the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
Probably freaking out. Two big-ass MMA fighters are brawling in the kitchen.
Yeah. Probably a lot of barking.
Surprised he didn't kill the dog. It's not a complete monster.
No, dogs are the best.
God, that dude. That's how, I was reading about it, and they're like, oh, it's crazy that guy left his dog. I was like, no, that shows you that he was getting the fuck out of there.
He was worried. He was like, oh, it's time to go now.
Yeah. I mean, that's truly trusting your gut. You got to go with your gut instinct, especially with psychedelics. Like, you cannot take that chance. Yeah, I'm a big Irish buyer on mushrooms. I'm out. As soon as shit gets weird, I'm out. Somebody's like, I'm having a bad time. I'm like, I'm so sorry for you. Cheshire cat out of there.
Dude, some people do that drinking. Like, you get to the point where you're too drunk and they just disappear.
I always did that. If I get too drunk and I hear myself slurring, I'm already looking for a way out. Nothing good comes from staying.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes from staying. Like, you can feel when you're starting to black out.
Yeah.
Starts getting a little hazy. You start losing what people are saying.
Yeah.
You, not pay attention and you look back. The worst is when you realize somebody asked you a question because they've stopped talking and they're staring at you intently.
Like, oh, shit. There was a lot of that going on when Sham and I went to the Braves game.
Oh, yeah.
Because, man, we were so drunk that we went to, the place where you can rent, a PS5 for an hour.
What?
And play video games.
What do you mean?
There's
Where
a place,
is that at?
It's at the Battery.
In the stadium?
There's a few of them. It's Battle and Brew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I thought you were just in the stadium playing PlayStation.
We went in there. Sham got an hour and then crushed me at Mortal Kombat. 5 times in a row or something like that. And it was like, all right, this is not fun. And then we just hung out there for another 20, 30 minutes. Both got food. I don't know if either of us ate. He might have eaten his.
What were y'all drinking?
Oh, beers mostly. Sham got me, I think 3 or 4 shots of bourbon too.
Bourbon?
Yeah.
In the heat?
Sham's a big fan of that Jim Beam.
No, thank you. That's no friend of mine, bro.
I've
been burned before by Mr. Bean.
We each had a shot and I think at least 1 beer before we went to the game at a bar right by there. Mm-hmm. And then we went to the game and I think we each had 4 or 5 24-ounce beers.
Dude. Those big beers get you quick.
And I had 1 shot. Sham might add more because that guy likes his bourbon.
Mm-hmm. You got to drink those big beers fast, too.
Yeah. And then we left during the 6th inning because Braves were getting crushed.
Yeah.
And then just kept drinking around the Battery.
Mm-hmm. That's how they get you. It's like a spider's web. Fucking spider's web with fucking jean shorts, asses.
Too drunk.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely gotten away. Dude, one of the worst dates I ever went on was at a Braves game. And when I showed up, the girl was at a place in the Battery, and she had 2 shots. And she was like, what can I get you? And I was like, oh, I'm good on the shot. She goes, cool. And then took both of them. I was like, oh, my.
That's a way to start a game. First pitch hasn't even gone out.
Dude, I was like, this is... And it went exactly like I thought it would have went. The date was a shit show.
You should have turned around.
She was so drunk at the game, I was fucking embarrassed. When she was talking to me, people were turning around. I was like, first date? I don't really know her. She was trying to tell me how she taught black kids in a bad neighborhood, but was wasted and not doing it very respectfully.
Those aren't good things to talk about when you're hammered.
I was like, hey, you're towing a very fucking thin line, lady.
You can get pretty loose with terminology.
Oh, yeah. It was I was just at the edge of my seat. It was like a Quentin Tarantino film. I'm like, when is it coming? She's about to hit a hard R.
I just can't bring up coffee.
It was crazy. That is the worst because you are held victim to these people that you don't even know. I went on a date with a woman.
At a Braves game, that's a long first date.
It's a long first date. and everybody can hear your conversation, and you have no idea what she's going to do. And she drank the entire time. I was like, yo, this lady's dropping rent money on drinks. She was drinking everything, too. She had no go-to. She was drinking them fucking slushies. She'd come back with a beer. She came back with wine at one point. I was like, yo.
Wine? Dude, wine at a baseball game
is wild.
They shouldn't even serve that.
They have it in like a cup that has a top on it. Dude, my sister-in-law opened it one time, drunk as shit, and almost spilled it down the back of this lady's dress. I was like, oh, my God. Red wine.
Dude, I went to... we got hot dogs at the Braves game. Bro, Truist is doing good with the hot dogs these days.
What kind, Nathan's?
I don't even know. But they're massive. So they're expensive because they're ballpark hot dogs. But, I mean, this is a hefty sausage, if you know what I mean.
Pause, dude. Got a double fisted there out there at the Braves game. Everyone's taking pictures of you.
I mean...
Jesus. You got to get a dog, though. That is probably the best dog you're going to get is at a baseball game.
Well, like, when I was a kid, it was always a boiled hot dog in aluminum foil. And then they had a condiment table. Now, dude, it's like a whole... It's
it's like a boat.
It is a meal. It is a hot dog scaled up to be a meal.
What all do you get on your dog? What's your go-to?
Bro, at the park, I'll go simple because I don't want to spill shit.
Yeah. It's too close quarters. You're literally eating over somebody's shoulder at the fucking seats. That's the worst. I've walked out of my seats and had peanuts all over me from the dude behind me. Like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah, I got a bag of peanuts, too.
I can't control myself.
You got it. But at the game, that's when you get it.
I know. I'll eat the whole bag, though.
And I was so drunk, I was being a monster, just dropping the shells everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a baseball game.
I feel bad. Yeah. People kept looking at me weird, so I started feeling bad about it.
Oh, damn. Were you in nice seats?
No.
Oh, well, fuck them.
We were general admission.
Yeah, you guys, what are you, Mr. Truist? Suck my dick,
I don't think we ever went to whatever seats we were assigned.
No, that's the beauty of baseball. I try to tell people that all the time. You just get the cheapest ticket you can get. Sometimes they have $7 standing room. You just fucking bebop around, dude. It's the best part.
Hang around, walk around. It was fun because it was also the day where it rained heavy, most of the day, and then it stopped raining like 2 hours before the game, and it was beautiful out. Wasn't too hot.
Yeah, that's always the best. And then there's not that many people out there. That's always the best. Dude, I almost broke my leg one time at the Braves game. I ate, I think, 200 milligrams of this edible, and we went in there, and my buddy looked at me and goes, I'm struggling. I was like, dude, it's not great. Like, I'm so high. And I was trying to drink this beer, and they were throwing T-shirts out, and this T-shirt was coming right at me. And I was just like, oh, shit, it's my chance. So as I went to put my foot up on the chair in front of me, I slipped, and my leg got caught down into the thing. And, like, I went over the chair, and it just happened the chair opened. But if it hadn't opened, I would have legitimately just broke my knee in half.
Destroyed your leg.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
just...
Dude, ate shit, spilled my beer. Everybody was like, are you okay? I was so embarrassed for a 3XL T-shirt. I was like, God fucking damn it. It said like Publix on it. I was like, dude.
Hey, baseball knows their fans.
I was like, dude. For like a Publix T-shirt, I was so pissed. My leg hurt the rest of the game.
I want to go to a Savannah Bananas game someday.
Yeah, me too. I've been to one, but I didn't go when they were like as big as they are now.
Yeah, well, when they became like a show and not.
Yeah. Now it's just a goddamn spectacle.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tickets are so hard to get.
Are they?
Uh-huh. Well, it's sold out for like years and years, dude.
Whoa.
Uh-huh. Well, it's also because they play at such a small rinky-dink stadium. They play at this stadium that's like a historic stadium. I get it. Babe Ruth played there, but it's like, bro, fucking upgrade. They got enough money now. I'm like, y'all should just build your own stadium.
Honestly, they probably will.
I think that's definitely in the plans. Because you got to think, if they built their own like state-of-the-art stadium, they could just incorporate all that shit. Because they're so big on like TikTok,
I feel like the outfield
Instagram.
wall is going to be one giant banana.
It has to be.
It has to be.
It has to be. If there's not multiple banana, I mean, dude, it would be the ugliest stadium in the world.
It should be called the Banana Palace.
Absolutely. I didn't like the bananas.
Which sounds like the worst level in Donkey Kong.
Yeah, or it sounds like the your sex dungeon. Welcome to the Banana Palace. It's the last thing you hear before you pass out at P. Diddy's house.
Welcome to the Banana.
Dude, I finished that glass of champagne and I am sleepy.
That's
tired.
strong champagne.
Dude. God, what a monster. And nobody talks about that anymore. God, we have such a short attention span. I mean, we are getting bombarded every day.
I mean, we've talked about 45 different topics on this podcast.
I mean, and I feel like we can't keep up. Every week, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It's a big problem.
It's too much. I think
I just ignore it.
It's by design, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has to be.
Probably.
Well, I think because with the invention of the internet, they were like, dude, people can communicate. And they're like, people kind of are figuring stuff out. They're like, how do we do that? We just make them mentally ill. We just fucking bombard them with.
Well, my favorite aspect is the reverse opium wars.
Oh, so, them giving us?
Well, where's all the fentanyl coming from?
I don't know. That 20-year war?
It's being manufactured in China.
Dude, so you think this is...
So the Western world crippled China a long time ago by injecting their populace with opium. And now they're doing it to us.
Damn, dude.
It's
First
fun.
to fall was San Francisco.
It's fun, right?
Damn. I mean, that's a pretty good theory on it. I mean, where is all the fentanyl coming from?
I'm pretty sure it's being manufactured in China. I think that's where they make it.
It's crazy.
I might be wrong, but I mean, I'm sure some of it's made in the U.S. That good American fentanyl.
Or the trank, where they get that shit from the fucking veterinarian.
I've never heard anybody except you talk about this.
Yeah, I watched a whole fucking documentary on it. It's basically they get this shit from the veterinarian that's just like, I guess like a tranquilizer, and then they turn it into some sort of like through a chemical process. They make it into like a powder and they mix it with stuff, and it's just making shit. Dude, it gives people those Mega Man arms. They're like,
why
arms
does anybody do it then?
That's what, because I think you do it once and I think you're immediately addicted to it.
You're like, oh, this is the best.
Yeah, and then you just, I mean, dude, when they show those videos of the streets in like Philadelphia, that's insanity. And it's just
looks like a fun time. That's the weird thing is all those guys are having the most fun. They're having the best time.
Just need to like have a video, somebody doing a drone through there and just put like,
bro, they're all
celebrate good times.
Dude, I mean, they're fucking flying, dude.
Doesn't even look fun.
No, it doesn't.
Mm-mm.
But they're having fun.
I don't think so.
Really?
I know. It's just...
Because I've heard people... There's been songs written about how it's pretty fun.
Well, I think maybe at the beginning. I don't think slumped over halfway like a
well,
lawn
no,
chair.
here's the thing. Once you realize that's what you're doing, it's not fun anymore. Yeah. But I think there's a good while where you're like, this is the sickest.
Yeah, where you're just loving it.
You're just unconscious, unaware of all of that, and you're like, this is so fucking sick, dude. I'm having the best day. And then you wake up and you're like, I have 5 cents.
Yeah. You're just driving down a K&A in Philadelphia. You're like, look at that. Not a phone in sight. Just people enjoying the moment. Yeah, I don't think the legalization of drugs in Oregon was a good thing. I think that kind of backfired on them.
Really?
Yeah. I think people are just doing drugs now, and they're like, wait a minute. Like, people just... I think if you leave people to their own devices, people just... I think it's a public service.
I mean, there's also, I think, a thing with that where it's probably skewed because now everybody who wants to do that and can get there now live... Like, it's like, I live on a street, a 5-hour bus ride from Oregon. I'm going to Oregon.
Right. So there's like junkie tourism.
I think that might be a thing.
Yeah, megabus goes everywhere.
I would be shocked if that's not happening.
I mean, you could go a long way on a megabus. You only have to get like $5, dude.
Yeah. But here's the thing. You've used that excuse so much already to get money. It's not working anymore.
I mean, I wonder how much people make panhandling, like in a whole day.
I mean, some places it's a lot.
I never have cash on me.
I knew there was a guy in the Army. I think he was like a first sergeant or something. And during like Christmas leave, he would panhandle for like a week. And he would pull in like 15 grand.
Damn, dude, what?
Dude, panhandling the week leading up to Christmas?
Holy shit. Right, if you could get.
And here's the thing. It's El Paso. It's not even cold.
It's not even cold. Damn. Man, maybe I'll do that this Christmas. I'm going to have 2 kids.
Babies, we're getting toys this year.
Yeah. Dude, that always...
I only had to give 1 hand job.
That always pisses me off when you see people with their kids out there, though. When it's like fucking shitty, you're like, dude, come on.
You can leave them in the cardboard box they live in. I don't have to see this.
I've given somebody a joint before, and that's like, I never have cash on me. I always feel bad. But also, it's like, it depends on what your walk to work is like. You're like, dude, if I hit everybody that asked me for $1, I'm out $20 when I fucking walk back to the car.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll do the Burger King breakfast every once in a while. I'll give a homeless guy one of them sandwiches because you get 2. They have like a super good deal on their sandwiches where it's you always just get 2 because it's like $5.
Yeah. The best I did was when I lived in Atlanta Street. I was walking home one night from McCracken's, just hammered, and there was just a lady just chilling out on the sidewalk, and I was like, dude, I walked by her, and it was freezing, and I was like, damn. She had like this little raggedy blanket, and it bothered me so much. I like got home, like sat down, was like, oh, watch some TV. I was like, God damn it, dude, why is it bothering me? So I just took out, because I had an extra sleeping bag, so I just took it to her. I was like, yeah,
nice.
You can't be fucking out here without a sleeping bag.
Yeah, you need
like,
something.
You got to have, this is square one. This will get you somewhere, you know, like,
Hopefully.
you got to have a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
That's like number one. You got to at least steal a sleeping bag. I feel like I could do well on like a trail. Like, I don't think I could do well in like a city, but like if I was on the like Appalachian Trail, I think there's enough people that'll trade you, like you could mow their grass and they'll let you stay, and like there's a lot of like
you could
trail
probably
angels.
do that.
Yeah. How many people do you think on the Appalachian Trail are homeless?
That's a good question for Jason Halsey. I don't know.
Has he done it?
Yeah.
I didn't know he did it.
Bro, he's told me the story a couple times now. He almost was murdered on the Appalachian Trail because they were coming through this town and they found out, you know, like a week or 2 ahead of time, because everybody was informed basically when this guy got out of prison, because he got out of prison after serving his time after murdering people on the Appalachian Trail.
Whoa.
And he went right back to the town he lived in, right next to the trail, and then just wasn't in town, was just around somewhere. And everybody's like, this guy's around, posters everywhere. And so Halsey's like, we know about this guy, and we're just like, we're going to hike through, but we do have to camp somewhere around here. They see this spot, they're like, that's a good spot to camp. And then they both were like, we don't have, not a good vibe. Move past it, camp somewhere like farther up. They find out like a few days later from a newspaper that 2 fishermen camped at that spot that they walked by and were murdered by that guy.
What?
Or no, they weren't murdered. They were shot by him. I don't think they died. But they were like attacked by that guy.
Damn, dude.
Because they were just like, they were coming to fish. They didn't like stop in town at all. They just drove right in. They didn't see the signs.
God damn it, dude.
So the guy like walked up to him and was like, he was like hanging out with him for a little while. And then he just pulled out like a .22 and started shooting at him.
Dude, that's crazy. My friend Sarah, she hiked at Blood Mountain, and they hiked with a guy.
That's not somewhere you should hike.
Well, they hiked with a dude.
Blood Mountain?
Yeah, Blood Mountain in Georgia. It's like one of the highest peaks, I think. Yeah, it's not great.
You don't hike Blood Mountain.
It's not a great. So they're hiking, and they hiked with a guy, and the next day that dude got murdered.
Yeah, Blood
and they
Mountain.
Were like, they saw the news, but they were like, holy shit, that guy was just hiking with us.
Blood
but you
Mountain.
gotta go with your gut. If you walk up and it's creepy, that would have been a bad feeling. If you're going through town and they're like, yeah, there's a serial like Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
Michael Myers is out on the trail right now. Like he just escaped. That's the last thing you want when you're camping, dude. A wanted I might have splurged for a hotel that night.
Yeah.
Like, let's just fucking kick it in town, dude. Get back at it in the daylight.
Yeah, dude, what a crazy. I have a cousin who's one of those like crazy long distance hikers.
How long distance are we talking?
What's the other giant trail in the U.S.? The one that goes from Canada to Mexico.
I don't know what it's called, but I know
But it's like
out
west. He did that one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he's hiking.
That's for real hiking.
Like this was during the time when I was out that way for comedy for like a month. And I was like Facebook messengering with him, when he would have service. And we were trying to work out like, hey man, let's like meet up for lunch or something. And basically the way it was worked out was like there was like a 2-hour window that we might be able to just meet up and say what's up. But it was too far away from where I had to go right after. So I like couldn't do it. But I was literally going to meet him on like a dirt farm road in the middle of a field in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Like he was like, he sent me like coordinates.
Yeah, I was going to say, he sent you like a
this
pin.
spot on this road. If you drive here and you wait a little bit, I'll show up.
Yeah. Steve's met some people that were doing the AT and like took them into town and got them lunch and stuff. That would be rad. If you were hiking and you hadn't seen anything and then somebody took you to like goddamn Jersey Mike's. Oh my God. You'd be like, oh my God, you probably couldn't hike after that.
Dude, you're going to shit so much.
Yeah.
I told you about Taco Bell and Basic, right?
No.
They gave us Taco Bell and Basic once, like a little over halfway through, which is you've been just eating the garbage,
It seems like it was on purpose, dude. By
dining
design.
facility food. Oh, it was. And we all learned that day where we worked very hard for the reward. We worked for like weeks. Because it happened because like weeks before they were like, you guys suck. You're not winning any of these competitions against these other platoons.
Yeah.
If you win the next 3 in a row, we'll let you have Taco Bell next time we do haircuts.
Yeah. We'll let you have diarrhea.
And we did it. Yeah. And then they marched us back and then they made us march in place like in the bay for like an extra 45 minutes. And then they released and now you have 50 dudes who all have to shit in 6 toilets.
That might be an outdoor situation for me.
No, you can't do that.
Why not? I wouldn't ask.
You're not allowed to walk on the grass, Keegan.
I just look over and you're just like, you did this.
Keegan, if you walk on grass, that's going to be a big problem. If you walk on the grass, if you shit on the grass, they might kick you out.
Yeah, I would not have done well. I can't. If I have to shit, I have to shit. I can't.
Here's the good thing about diarrhea is it goes quick. So we're
true.
like cycling through those toilets.
Yeah. It's always good. Yeah, camping is terrifying. I can't believe that. We need to get Jason to come on here and tell us about his Appalachian Trail. That shit would be creepy. It is creepy. I camped. I always had a dog, but the one time I went out there by myself and didn't have my dog with me, I really creeped myself out.
I feel like you need a dog.
Oh, yeah. I went and sat in the car for an hour or two.
The dog is the watcher.
Mm-hmm. I creeped myself out. Just out there like, what was that? Because if there's nobody else out there to look over at their hammock and be like, hey, did you hear that? And they're like, nah, dude. You're like, all right.
Cool.
The creepiest shit is not animals. The creepiest is like people creeping up on your campsite.
Yeah.
Like that guy. One time Kylie ran up to some dude and he was like, oh, sorry, I didn't see your campsite. And I was like, you didn't see my fire?
You didn't see the fire?
Yeah, like you're just saying that because the dog saw you. Because people can get right up on you. Mm-hmm. Like especially in the dark. If you're staring at a fire, your eyes are not adjusted to that dark.
Oh, yeah.
We had a fucking park ranger walk up on us one time. And he was like, what are you guys doing? We're like, God damn. I was like, how long has he been standing there, dude? He was legitimately from
Here's the thing. That guy's job sucks dick. That's the best part of his day.
Oh, yeah. He's
like, when he's like, every time he sees a campfire, he's like driving on the road and he's like, oh, I'm going to go fuck with those people.
Dude, we played hide and seek with that guy all night. Because you can't, at Cloud Canyon, you're not allowed on the disc golf course at night, which is bullshit. Because it's open and it was a full moon. Yeah. But we went out there and we put camping, like the glow sticks on the cages.
Yeah. No, I've played night disc golf.
But you're not allowed. So we were playing night disc golf with the glow disc. And then when he would drive by, we'd all fucking jump and hide.
Yeah.
He would go slow. Because as he's driving by, all he sees is like glowing cages. He's like, God damn it.
We would use like you get like a fishing bobber light. You ever seen those? Yeah. And you just tape that to the bottom of your disc and it lights up the whole thing.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, they sold glow disc at the fucking at the thing. At
but this way you can use your regular discs.
Yeah.
And honestly, night disc golf is weirdly fun, like and easy. It's weirdly easier in some ways. Like you'll hit crazy lines because you can't see the trees, so you're not worried about the trees.
No, not at all. You're just throwing. You're just throwing it. The full moon was awesome because it's like daytime out there. You're like, holy shit. This is insane.
There was a place I had played it a few times where they would do like a cash tournament every week or once a month. They would do like a cash tournament, amateur pro level, and then they would do night games after.
That's dope.
So they would like go around and set up all the baskets for it. They would like mark all the tees so you could see them.
That's awesome. Yeah, we would take our disc. We had the glow disc, and we'd put them up against the headlight of the car. So we charge them up. So whenever your shit would start losing the glow, you go charge it up.
And here's the thing: if you lose a disc and you can't find it, you're like, oh fuck, I gotta find this before the glow disappears, because then it's gone.
It's gone. But you can watch it, you can track it so well in the dark.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a glowing UFO. It's awesome. Throwing a disc at night is great. Yeah, I was like, what is this guy's problem? He was playing hide and go seek, kept driving by. I was like, dude, what are we bothering out here playing? What do you need, $5? I'll give you $5. Get the fuck out of here. Because that's the only place I've ever paid to play disc golf is at Cloudland. Which anytime you pay, it's always nicer.
It's the best. There was a couple places by where I grew up and used to play a lot.
It's nice benches, nice fucking tee pads.
Well, I told you about the one that had like a snack station, 27 holes.
Jesus.
$5 for the day.
That's a whole day, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
But here's the thing. You'd go out there. They don't care if you bring your own beer. Don't care. Private property.
Oh, see, that's cool.
And in the center of it, in a spot where you pass through like 3 or 4 times, just throughout the course, you kind of, whoop,
they have a clubhouse?
It's like a shack where they'll sell you beers, they'll sell you waters, Gatorades. Damn. And they got sometimes in the summer on like a busy day, they'll have like an old fat guy cooking up burgers and dogs out there they'll sell you.
Dude, that's a good time.
Yeah.
That's the best time, actually.
Yeah. No, it's called Blue Ribbon Pines.
We need to do an episode from the disc golf course. Let's do a portable episode.
We could.
We should.
The video's the hard part.
We figure it
unless
out.
You
or
want
we just do audio.
Unless you want to sync it up.
Yeah, we could sync it up. That would be fun. I love disc golf. It's one of those things that I forget how much I love it until I go out and do it. Yeah. And then when I'm out there walking around, I'm like, why the fuck do I not do this more?
Yeah.
I just don't like it now with the snakes.
And I've gotten better as I got older, I think, because I'm more in control of my emotions.
Yeah.
Which is that's why people like golf too. Is because you're like, you're gonna fuck it up, and you gotta not be mad about that.
Yeah. You're playing against yourself.
Yeah.
Like essentially you're playing against yourself. That's why I don't like when I go out, I'm like, dude, I don't have to count every shot. I don't have to keep score. I'm just out here to throw. I want to play each hole like I want to do good on this one, Because if I start getting obsessed about the last hole, I just don't have fun.
Yeah.
It's like when dudes play for money, I'm out.
No.
Nah. I went one time and they started fucking betting on each hole. I was like, dude, I'm out.
Dude, we're almost at 5:30.
All right. Let's do it. You got anything to promote? Anything coming up?
This is coming out Friday. If you listen to this right when it comes out, go to Blue Door. Go to Blue Door. It's in Gainesville, Georgia. It's on the square. It's a pretty sick spot. Nice. I'm doing that one.
When?
The 27th, Saturday. Oh, no, Saturday, the day after.
Okay, so Saturday the 27th.
Saturday.
Nice. Yeah, dude, who knows? We're at the time now. We're 34 weeks, so...
yeah, it might... Every time I text you, I think about, like, what if he doesn't respond for, like, 4 hours, and then when he does, it's Keegan's a different person.
It might happen, dude. The lady called me out at the fucking thing. She was like, are y'all ready? I was like, yeah, I think we're pretty ready. We have everything set up. She just stared at me, and she goes, really? Where's the labor and delivery? I was like, it's you're not ready. I was like, God damn, she got me, dude. So we had to do like a dry run. like walk in because this is where you're gonna park. This is where you're gonna walk in because it looks like you're going into the cafeteria. I get why she said that. Because especially if you're panicking, I would have been like,
where do we go?
No, dude, I'm going to have her in a wheelchair just running through the thing.
You're going to like bring her into where the old people are?
Just in the cafeteria.
You're rolling into the cancer ward with twins coming?
Dude, it's so, I mean, we're any day now. We're any day. So we could have kids by the time this fucking Friday comes out.
It could have, honestly, if this doesn't come out on Friday.
It's coming out Friday.
Okay.
So, who knows? All right, stay tuned. I might have kids later.